Welcome to the Generation X Wing podcast, a modern look at a retro lifestyle. My name's Rob Williams, and I'm here with
Jamie and Pale Rider.
Neil and Steve. Three can't make it today, but we brought in Dan Veloso. Say hello, Dan.
Hello, everybody.
So Dan is a friend of ours in the garrison, and he thought he'd join. He thought he could just come up here in any old time he wants.
Yeah, I'm taking over the show.
We thought we'd invite Dan to our show. We're doing an experiment here today. We thought it'd be good with Anil and Steve not here. We usually, when it's just me and Jamie, video games seem to be the focus.
Yeah, we always end up talking about video games.
So I thought we'd experiment a little bit, just to get our viewers up here, our subscribe count up, because all the kids love doing reaction
We're
videos.
down.
Mm-hmm. We could plummet.
Subscriber numbers go both ways.
It's a small fall. It's like jumping off a couple stairs. So, and Dan, that's not helping either.
Well, you never know.
Them Quadra Island boys looking pretty good.
Yeah. Only if you knew.
If we knew. So, we thought we had always wanted to talk about we'd always want to talk about video game commercials. I just spoiled my first video game commercial. But we always want to talk about video game commercials and just how goofy, weird, and awesome some of them are. So Jamie and me selected about 5 commercials each. And we want to share it with each other and kind of react to it, maybe talk a bit about the commercial itself. And Dan here has no idea what we're going to show. And honestly, I don't think we know each other what we're going to show, except obviously the first one because I spoiled it. But I thought this would be fun. It's an experiment we'd like to take on. And if it works, great. If it doesn't, great. And this is for audio as well. We don't know if this will go onto YouTube if we get copyright or not. I will put links to all the videos below to give them credit for where we find it. But a lot of these guys are just copying from other people. It becomes like a big giant photocopy show.
Links are mostly like if you want to follow along and watch the commercial for yourself.
Yeah. But we will put the audio on the audio podcast as well. Yeah. So you will hear it. Kind of misses a little bit, but some of them you might actually recognize, and it's already burned into your memory. Mm-hmm. So this could be good. So any last words before we start this, Jamie? I got a question. How did you choose your videos?
I tried to avoid, like, it was tempting just to go on YouTube and just, search up like a compilation of the best and the worst commercials. But I didn't do that. I tried to stick to commercials that I actually saw back in the day. So I didn't cheat. This is only commercials that I actually remember. And I split my list into awesome commercials and weird commercials. So spoiler alert, there's some weird shit in here.
I'm wondering if you and me have the same weird ones.
I mean, probably. We're definitely going to have some overlap. I guarantee it.
And that's all right.
But yeah, you and I have not compared our lists.
No, not at all.
So yeah, this is going to be fun.
Wait, so is this like just North American commercials, or is it like, Eastern European commercials?
I mean, again, it's only commercials that I saw.
Okay.
I don't know how I saw one of mine, but one of mine is definitely Japanese.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I don't know how I saw it back in the day. Maybe I saw it after the fact, after the invention of the internet and YouTube. But this one I actually saw. It is definitely Japanese though.
I don't have a lot of memory of video game commercials, to be honest with you. I don't know why. It's just a lot of video game commercials never stuck with me, and the ones that did really stuck with me. So I'm very curious what you have on your list.
Now, before we, do you guys, and obviously you guys play video games still. Like, come on, we all do.
Jamie plays a lot more than I do, but yes.
Okay. So like, what do you guys normally play then? I'm just kind of curious. Like, I know you guys do, I've seen the videos and all that, but like,
so like for context, Dan, in my spare time right now, I'm playing things like Destiny 2. Okay. I'm playing the most recent Ghostbusters game, Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed. I did just do a playthrough of the Ghostbusters video game. but like the Batman Arkham games. Playing a little bit of Warhammer Darktide right now. It's like I'm pretty varied. I don't play a lot of sports games or a lot of racing games, things like that, but pretty much everything else is fair game. I play pretty much everything.
For me, most video games I play is on this little phone right here. They're usually video game apps. Tiny Tower seems to be like takes up most of my. It's a daily routine. I play Tiny Tower. It's strange, but it is. But when it comes to console games, I was into Fortnite for a little while. I love watching Fortnite streaming. I suck at playing the game. So I kind of like, I become one of those hockey armchair quarterback kind of hockey quarterback. I like sports. One of the armchair quarterbacks that like watching the game, but know that I can't play the game very well.
That's like me with Sea of Thieves, dude. It's on my list and I watch. So like, I don't watch a lot of streaming or YouTubers or anything like that play video games, but I watch a couple YouTubers play Sea of Thieves.
Yeah.
I suck at that game. I love it, but I suck at it. And it's fun watching someone who's talented at it.
Yes, it is.
Like a sport, right? Like you're watching someone play it at the highest level. You're seeing, them do things that you could only dream of doing. And it's fun to watch.
I whenever a new Star Wars game comes out, I'm usually on it. I enjoy playing games with you. I remember when Jamie, you, me, and Aaron would just kind of go online and play like Battlefront or Battlefront 2, that is. Or what was the minor one you played?
We played a little bit of Deep Rock Galactic.
Deep Rock
Galactic, Deep Rock is good times, especially like cooperatively.
Red Dead 2.
We played a little bit of Red Dead 2. Yeah. That was great.
That was
Battlefront nights were classic for sure.
And so it was fun playing with those with you guys, but I would always get into I remember being deep into Assassin's Creed when it first came out, the first 2 or 3 games. But back in the day, Nintendo and Sega, I was all over that. But there was a big giant gap in between. I just didn't have time for it anymore. And so finding time nowadays is really tough. So when me and Jamie do these GXW plays, it's fun to sit down for a day. We're playing Scott Pilgrim. We're playing Team NT or something like that. It allows me to be silly. And I was joking about this on the playthrough, Dan, but I'm so old. I get sore back playing a goddamn video game. How the hell did I get to this state of my life where I'm getting sore playing a video game?
I mean, the
proper lumbar support.
Yeah, that's exactly it, Dan. If we had a proper setup with mics on boom, so we could actually sit back on the couch and be comfortable and still have a mic close enough that we can be heard, it would have been a different story. But
help us get to 10,000 subscribers, folks. We'll get the mics on booms. But one mic on a tripod sitting right here in between the two of us. We're
huddled around it, sitting like leaning forward on.
We should take a picture of our setup. And us checking the mic every 5 seconds. Is that still recording?
I mean, it's good to check. I mean, I think I forgot to start recording the video for one of our levels. So,
that's good to check. One time you forget that, and I'm screwing up on everything else. So. Anyways, so let's get to it. I'm going to show my first video here, and we're going to screen share this. And there's going to be a lot of editing in this episode, but why not? So my first video is the Star Wars Atari arcade game commercial. I think everybody knows this one.
I don't know if I do.
You don't know this one?
I got a little bit of a preview.
Okay, so here we go. Enjoy, folks. I love this. It's from '83.
Star Wars. It's great in the arcade. Whoa! TIE fighters! Fireballs! Coming right at me! Watch the laser towers! Aim for the tops! Pick in the cannons! Use the force! It's coming too fast! It's Ray! Which way? My shields are gone! Alright! I'm going in!
Some game, huh?
Some game! In a galaxy of video games, there is only one Star Wars, the arcade.
You have never seen that, Jamie?
No. So does the cocaine come with the game, or is it a pre-order incentive?
Wow! Some game!
Holy shit!
Okay, you see, kids, arcade graphics for the Atari were the latest thing. It's like it blew your mind.
I mean,
could
that
you
was-
imagine getting that
That
excited
was
over
pretty
a
cool, though.
Atari game?
Back in the day, that was
Yeah,
pretty
man.
awesome.
It was fun, but I'm surprised you never seen that, Jamie.
No, first time. Holy
Now-
crap!
Now, Rob,
Yeah,
you being from the island as well,
yeah.
do you remember on I'm not sure if it was the Tawasin run or if it was the Shorts Bay run or the other one.
You're talking about the ferry?
Horseshoe Bay. Yeah.
Yep.
For the longest time, and I'm pretty sure they had it all the way up to like the late 90s, was the arcade version of that Star Wars game.
Oh, probably.
And-
yeah.
And I remember like just sitting there and just pumping quarters and quarters and quarters and just sitting there and just playing that game until the ferry like ended up on the other side. Yeah.
The
I loved it.
ferry always had some good quality video games.
Yeah.
Pinball games. The sucker had pinball games on a ferry. Now, if you don't know, for those who are not familiar with the ferries out here in BC, ferries, they're big, giant beasts of metal, but they still rock.
Oh yeah, there's
And
still
when
movement.
there's in a pinball game, that's the least conducive form of platform you want to be playing.
It's just an extra difficulty level. It's fine.
It was so much. I played the Addams Family and Star Wars pinball machine all the time on the ferry,
Yeah.
even to when I was like in my early 20s. And so I don't remember a lot about that game, but I do remember the arcades on the ferries were a lot more awesomer than it is now. Now they got Rock Band and a couple Mario Kart games that aren't working fully.
Yeah, it's
And-
horrible now.
But what'd you think of that, Jamie?
I mean, it was pretty fun. That the acting was actually decent. Like you find that, especially in that era, the acting in video game commercials is typically pretty cringy. And like that guy was over the top for sure. But
He
sold it.
made me believe that he was on way too much cocaine.
Yeah, it was cocaine fueled. It was the
Yes.
80s, right? Like,
Oh
come
yeah,
on.
he had
was-
some energy.
I loved his hair was getting bigger and bigger. It was like Greatest American Hero size almost,
Yeah.
right? It was just huge.
Yeah, he was going.
It was awesome. I dug that one. I don't think I saw it till much later in my life, but it was still like
Well,
that was the best.
that's fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think this is going to be fun seeing commercials that I haven't seen before.
All right, sir, your turn. What do you
Okay.
got up to show?
I actually have. So when I think video game commercials, I don't know why, but the ones that always go to the very top of my list are Legend of Zelda commercials. So I've
Yeah.
got three. I've got 3 Legend of Zelda commercials on my awesome list. Now,
Okay.
do you
Wow.
want them all right away?
I want just got
Want
one at
one?
a time, sir,
Okay.
because I have a feeling that I might have this on my list too. All right.
Here we go. See, this one is 1 minute and 11 seconds.
What
I have seen this. I have seen this.
出る出るゼルダの伝説出る出る出る出るついに出るゴージャス今度の冒険リアル君も作り体験憎いでやんすね昆虫症高画質の謎
Look at him
リアクション
dance.
戸惑うことなくのめり込もう文字のロンスーパーファミコン
Look at him. It's Japanese. Yeah. Oh. Late. What's his head?
知らず知らずと真剣勝負今宵もゼルダは最高潮スーパーファミコンゼルダの伝説
Oh, that's a cool. Go.
So
Wow.
I've seen that.
So we're
That's
having
awesome.
we're having a dance off with Ganon.
That is so cool. Ganon looked good.
He did. He
The
looked pretty
Japanese
good.
commercials are just
again,
go
this is-
balls out every time.
It's a Japanese commercial, so I don't know how I saw it, but I have vivid memories of seeing it. So again, I don't know if it was like years later on YouTube, but that one is the first one that comes to mind. So that
I
one was
just watched.
specifically for the Super Nintendo Zelda: Link to the Past.
That is awesome. like I said, Japanese commercials balls out every single time.
Yeah, they go hard
Yeah.
for sure.
Wow.
Wow.
Dan, what do you think of that?
That was weird.
Yes. You are not wrong.
Yeah, Japanese commercials are just weird.
Have you seen
But
Japanese commercials with Arnold Schwarzenegger in it?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
so
Him and
crazy.
Tommy Lee Jones have done
Yeah.
a bunch of Japanese commercials.
Yeah.
Tommy Lee Jones?
Yes.
I have
Mhm.
not seen those.
Yeah. That'll be a fun Google later.
Yeah, I'm gonna I gotta write that down. Tommy Lee Jones.
It was weird. I haven't seen it before. I've never.
Does-
That's the first time.
Does he smile?
I can't remember. I don't think so.
No, I think he gets paid extra for that.
Yeah.
So
But
Awesome.
I don't think Tommy Lee Jones is contractually acquired to smile.
I don't think he's physically able to smile.
Yeah,
All right,
maybe.
Rob, what do you got for us?
I'm gonna follow that Zelda commercial with this Zelda commercial.
Excellent.
All right, my
Probably
turn.
one of the
I
ones that
know Dan's
Yeah.
seen this one.
Oh,
All right.
I guarantee if you've ever played a video game, you have seen this commercial. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Did you see the latest Nintendo newsletter?
Whoa, nice graphics. I'd like to get my hands on that game.
You mean you haven't played it yet? We can play it on my Nintendo
we
Entertainment
go.
System. It's The Legend of Zelda, and it's really rad. Those creatures from Ganon are pretty bad. Octoroks, Tektites, Levers too. But with your help, our hero pulls through. Yeah, go Link. Yeah, get Zelda. Wiki, intense.
The Nintendo Entertainment System. Your parents help you hook it up. The Legend of Zelda sold
Yeah,
separately.
my parents were not helping me hook that son of a gun up. They had no idea how to hook that up.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
pretty
that's,
That is
I hooked
awesome.
that up myself too.
You,
Yeah.
you know that commercial, right, Jamie?
Oh, yes.
That's
It's on my list.
classic.
It's
That's
on my
classic.
list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it
Whoa,
wrong of me?
Nice graphics.
Is it wrong of me to have the wickety whack? I say that pretty much on a daily basis.
Your kids love you for it too.
Yeah, like, Dad, what
Yeah.
are you doing?
Yeah.
You gotta do the hand motion when you do it.
Hey man, that's wickety whack, yo. They're like, they just look at me and clasp their hands and say, "You're embarrassing me in front of all my friends at McDonald's."
I play the who are the kids from they wear their clothes backwards in the 90s.
Oh, crisscross.
Crisscross. I play that for the kids sometimes.
Oh, man.
When they see them walking with their clothes sit backwards, and like, why are they wearing it backwards? That was the style back in the time.
Yeah.
I always give them the old Grandpa
No.
Simpson.
No,
Or an
no,
onion on my belt. As well as the style at the time.
it wasn't a style. It was a wannabe style.
It was a
everybody
trend.
else- well, come on. Try to take a piss with those pants on backwards. You had to take off your pants,
Yep.
or you had to get a friend to help him.
Yeah,
take them off, you know?
I know you. You were probably doing the old butters when you went to the bathroom.
Oh,
Pants down to
just
your
right
ankle.
down to the
Loo, loo,
ankles.
loo.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched Letterkenny?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Don't get into Leonard Kenny.
I gotta go to
That's
the
all we talked about in the Church of Victoria.
Yeah.
Oh, the turlet guy. You know, he's like, you gotta go up to the turlet, and he just
Yeah.
he just drops trow and just like.
But that commercial, classic. Love
Yep.
that commercial.
Oh, it was
It's a winner.
fantastic.
Yeah, it's one of the first memories of video game commercials. I
Yep.
think so.
Yeah.
It was wickety whack, yo.
I've got one for you. This is
Jamie's
this is
turn.
one of my earliest video game commercial memories. This one I saw on North American TV on
Oh.
cable.
Oh,
Cable.
Yeah.
Do they still have cable nowadays?
I mean, I don't know.
Watch Zelda become a legend.
Oh, I love this one.
Which way?
Go. Good times. Pee hands.
Lever!
Zelda. Zelda.
The
Zelda.
Legend of Zelda. A never-ending adventure new for your Nintendo Entertainment System.
I love that commercial. I think I still quote it.
What the hell?
Which way to go?
Yeah, like you're not helping your image of gamers, you guys. You're making this guy look like he is certifiably insane.
yeah, yeah.
I saw that when I was a kid. That's one of my earlier memories of video game commercials as well.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
Nintendo really started to ramp it up around 86, I'd say. When was that? 86, 87?
Yeah, 86.
Yeah, the commercials really started to you'll notice in the early 80s with Atari, Coleco, and in television games, it's like a salesman trying to sell you the game.
Yes.
And it's almost it's for the kids, but they're convincing the parents to buy that for their kids. Who's that guy that was advertising the Intellivision games? He was like a snooty sort of he was like ran this like Shakespeare theater sort of deal, and he would talk about Intellivision and how good it was or whatever. But then Nintendo just changed the game.
Yeah.
And they're just doing these silly things that kids are laughing at.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's so that was one of the things that I ran across very quickly is there's a marketing centric commercial where it's barely any gameplay and it's them just trying to hook your attention. And then there's trailers for video games. So a lot of mine, I tried not to just include trailers for video games because I feel like they're cool, but they're not going to make for as interesting conversation as what the hell we just watched.
That George Plimpton was the man who would advertise in television games, and he's just like stuck up. He looks like a math teacher, and he's standing there talking about the adverts and talking about how quality these games are, and it's just like, really, you're selling this to kids, and this is a guy who runs Masterpiece Theater. So anyway, okay,
James Plimpton, really?
George Plimpton.
No, George.
Yeah,
whatever.
Just James George. All right, so let's lighten up the mood here. I got just a funny little sidebar. I remember after the troop we did at Dream State Flight, we had the debate about what is jelly and what's jam.
Jeez.
So here's a silly one. This is actually borderline racist.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it's from NES. It's from the I think you know which one I'm going to talk about.
Which one's this one?
So
honestly, you say borderline racist, and I think of a Wii commercial.
Oh no, it's before.
Really?
That.
Yeah.
Here we go. Get a load of it. Get a load of them apples here. Are you ready? This is this is I think Dr. Mario, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, Turtle Club.
I called the witch doctor, he told me what to do. He said, oogie, ooh, tang, tang, walla bing bang. That means play Dr. Mario on Game Boy or NES. Ting, tang, walla bing bang. I beat the witch doctor, and this is what he said. He said, ooh, ooh, ting, tang, walla bing bang, oogie, and then he struck my head.
There's something memorable about the commercial. It does not hold up with time, but I always dug the end, and then he shook my head.
Pretty wacky commercials.
Yeah.
Like no real self-awareness in these commercials. They're just going.
They're worried about that. They weren't worried about that.
I think it was just all cocaine fueled in the boardroom. So it's like, this is a great idea. You know, next thing you know,
gay.
Yeah.
Some commercial.
Exactly.
All right, Jamie. Anything to add to that before we start trying to purge that from our memory?
No, I got a good kind of eye bleach one. It's very sweet.
All right. Sweet. Oh dear.
Yeah, I don't know. Eye bleaching and sweet, is that like
it's to cleanse the palate. It's a
palate cleanser. Okay. Let's bleach the eyes.
Nintendo DS.
The first time I saw you, I knew we'd be linked.
Oh.
For you, I traveled to the four corners of the world. I faced adversity. I became a hero.
Dad.
I saved your kingdom.
Dad.
Yes, Zelda?
Are you mixing me up with the princess again?
Hard to say. You're both pretty magical.
Oh, that's sweet. Oh. Yes. 1,000 times yes. Look, I like the look on Dan's face. It's got the same look that I have right now.
Yeah. I miss Robin Williams. I really do.
Yeah.
Man, I like that commercial.
All right.
I don't know what else there is to say about it.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna really go left turn then, just to shake the off. Like I'm going left turn. I'm almost going 3.
Go with this Grand Theft Auto commercial then.
No, okay. So
there's a pretty good GTA commercial that I could think of.
Oh yeah, I love GTA.
I know Jamie knows this one. We talked about this one.
Oh yeah.
Good luck.
Jesus. This one was on my weird list.
This
at
is
the very
definitely
tippy top. Sony, I don't know what you were smoking when you made this commercial.
The fuck is this?
Oh, that's all you need to know.
Yep. And that's the commercial for their
some
console.
Game.
Watch this commercial. Buy a PlayStation 3.
And that's why I'm an Xbox guy.
Is the baby gonna kill me if I don't?
And just
good Lord, Sony, what the hell?
That one scream that it does. Oh, I love it. I almost hurt myself doing that.
Oh my god!
And you've never seen that commercial?
No, and I think I just pooped myself because that's terrifying.
Imagine like you're just watching TV and then that comes on.
Oh, how about if you're like high on something? It's like Train Spotting, but on TV. You know?
Dude, that will mess you up.
Oh,
crawling on your roof.
I don't need heroin to. Gee, whoa!
No.
Show me that commercial. Scare me straight.
I have a more fun one for you.
All right, please.
Rob, are you good to move on from that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All
Totally. Totally.
right.
It's the best. I do
Jesus,
really
is
enjoy
it?
that
It's
commercial.
the best of the worst.
It's memorable. It did what it had to do.
It's memorable, but do you want to be remembered for that? I'm sharing the wrong screen again. Jesus.
Yeah, she did. But I don't think they have a problem with that. People still talk about that commercial, and that's how it works. Oh yeah, it's on my list.
Yeah!
God, the Mortal Kombat. It's on my list for sure, dude.
The commercial for Mortal Monday is insane.
Standing on that car, just screaming it.
Yeah, I actually read an interview with the guy who screams the memorable Mortal Kombat, the one they used in the song.
Yeah.
And he just basically recounted the events of the day of filming that commercial, and then them just using his voice in the song that will forever be associated with Mortal Kombat.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they didn't play the song in that commercial, but
no, you start to get into it a little bit.
Yeah, it still has that same 90s like techno trash sort of thing.
The song didn't come until the movie, which was after the commercial.
Yeah. Man.
Yeah.
The kids screaming, just everybody running into the city. You expect Limp Bizkit to be running in there.
It's such a crazy thing to think that a commercial like that comes along where they're promoting the release of this game on 4 platforms simultaneously, and it's this massive event.
And all the adults clutching their pearls. Oh, there's blood in this game.
The young hooligans.
This is causing the downfall of humanity.
Wow.
All right, sure. You got that. But did you have Mortal Kombat? Excuse me, did you have Mortal Kombat when you were kids?
Yeah. Oh,
definitely.
I would say kids, but I don't think I was a kid. I'm when I talk about it. I would think it was in my 20s when this came out.
Yeah,
so,
I remember it being a huge deal when it came out on Super Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Dan. Question of the day. Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter 2?
Both.
No, you gotta pick one.
I'm with Dan. I was both.
Well,
no, gotta pick one.
Yeah. Can't. Sorry, man. It's like apples and oranges, you know. It is. But you know what? I liked Mortal Kombat. The only reason why I liked Mortal Kombat more than I liked the other one is because, again, my parents were very hardcore Roman Catholic, and you know, finish him. I just wanted to crank it up just a little bit, just to get her a little upset. Yeah.
I've been into Catholic churches in Mexico that were more gory than what was on that goddamn video game.
Right?
The body of Christ bleeding to death on a crucifix, hanging above the same one in a glass case.
Yep. But you also have to remember is that back then, like during what was it, the 80s and early 90s, the whole, video games are going to rot your brain, whole satanic panic was going on.
Oh, that was even before that too.
Well, yes, but stuff. It was the whole thing.
It was D&D, and then it was rock music, and then it was video games. It's the rolling scapegoat.
Yeah. I should, if you guys are interested, I'll send a link to a guy called the Cinema Snob. He does a lot of reviews on these old Demon Panic, especially when Dungeons and Dragons came out and He-Man, the action and all the action figures, and they talk about how it's rotting your children's brain and it's sending them to hell. It's very fun to watch. And
look at us now, though. Look at us now. We're almost 50 and we're still playing video games. Come on. Yeah.
Almost. I'm 51 for crying out. As of 2 days ago.
Are you really? Oh, yeah, that's right. Happy birthday, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so you got Mortal Kombat. Okay, my turn here. Sorry. Let me figure this out. More stuff to edit. This is fantastic. You stole a couple of mine.
Oh yeah, like I said, I'm sure we were going to have some overlap.
Here's an old one, oldie but a goodie, because I remember this commercial. It's from 1982. It's not a video game commercial, but it kind of is.
82.
And I thought 82 because I owned one of these things, and I'm just gonna save you guys time while the Vistaprint commercial plays. So not advertised by Vistaprint. Okay, let's skip that. All right, here we go. I'm going to share my screen. From 1982. If you guys had one of these, let me know.
Hey, that's Frogger.
Yeah, it's a version of the arcade game.
It plays the same. Where'd you get it? Mr. Arcade
plays exactly the same.
Galaxian, it's mine. Pac-Man.
You want to take it home?
Yeah. My own Pac-Man. Mr. Arcade, could you?
Donkey Kong?
Oh, man.
The official tabletop version.
Frogger, Donkey Kong, and Midway's Pac-Man and Galaxian. The arcade games you can take home with you from Coleco.
Coleco. I love these. I used to own the Donkey Kong. I had the Pac-Man was donated. I had a whole mess load of tabletop games. Tron was a favorite of mine, Scramble. But man, they're gone now. But the commercial. Did you have one of these, Dan?
I did. Actually, you know what? I have the Galaxa or the Galaga one downstairs.
Do you really? Oh, I'm super jealous. Super jealous.
But yeah, I had the Pac-Man one. I had the Frogger one. Yeah, they're destroyed now because I'm pretty sure my brother and I had a fight over one of them, and it just ended up against the wall or
plays just like the video game.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. If you guys can't complain with these nicely, that's it. They're going outside, and it's raining. You know the way parents are.
Oh my God, it's breaking my heart.
No, I know.
When I was a kid, I remember getting the Donkey Kong. Loving it so much, I would set it up on a box, and then I put a hole in the box so I could put quarters in, pretend I was in it, turn out the lights, and it would light up the room. It looked like an actual arcade game because the shape, it's a wonderful shape, and you can just put a quarter in and you play the game. Boom, 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 and it was just, and the sound, it goes, it just like the video game. So, did you ever have one of these, Jamie?
I did not.
Did you know about those though?
Oh yes, absolutely.
I do.
My friend had a Coleco, but neither of us had the actual like miniature tabletop arcade games.
Yeah.
I think the closest I was exposed to something like that was a Vectrex. It was basically like a
oh, I love
like
Vectrex.
a tabletop console.
It kind of was.
Yeah.
It was using what do we call those things? Line graphics,
Vector
graphics. Yeah. I had one of those as for a birthday party. You just put the screen on the
each game had its own like film screen thing that you put over top. So that was your HUD or your overlay.
And you just put it on, you plug in the game, and you're playing a fun game. And it was awesome. I really dug it.
Yeah.
So there is these. I do shout out to a YouTube channel called Gen X Grown Ups, and they do a review of these tabletop games. And the super nice guys, very very knowledgeable about classic video games from the '80s and stuff. But check them out. I good memories of tabletop. So Jamie, your turn. What's our time? We got about a couple minutes left here. Not a couple minutes. We got lots of time. We could do a couple more videos and then we'll wrap it up.
I got the next one queued up and ready to go. This one is a classic to me. I vividly remember seeing this on TV.
I knew you were going to put this one in.
When you step up to this kind of power, this kind of challenge, this kind of flying, crashing feeling, when you decide to get serious, there's only one place to come: the games of Super Nintendo. No one else creates this kind of experience, because no one else creates these kinds of games. Now you're playing with power, superpower.
Paul Rudd doesn't age.
Just the idea of playing video games, especially that day and age, on like a drive-in movie screen.
Oh,
that's pretty epic.
That's pretty sweet. Yes, definitely. I always enjoy that video, that commercial. I haven't seen it till I was an adult, because then when people are saying, "Hey, do you know Paul Rudd was in a video game commercial?" and it's just
right.
Have you seen that one, Dan?
No.
Never seen that one.
Never seen that one. No. Wow. Maybe I was just living a sheltered life over here, but yeah. No, I didn't even realize it was Paul Rudd until you mentioned it. It was just kind of like, what, really?
You didn't know it was Paul Rudd?
No. Well, it kind of cut out here.
Oh,
so it was being a little choppy, so I was just kind of like trying to piece it together, but yeah.
How old was he? Was he like a teenager when that came out, Jamie?
Pretty young. Yeah, I don't know how old he was.
Oh, come on. Paul Rudd's been around since 1847, isn't he? He's right up there with what's his name, Woody Harrelson, and
oh no, don't tell me Woody Harrelson's age. Don't get me wrong.
No, there's a whole thing where if you look at pictures of celebrities, and there's like Jay-Z has been around for like
Lucy Liu.
Yeah, well, yeah. You know,
Marissa Tomei.
Really? Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
All right, my turn. I this is a silly one. I like this one a lot. I think you'll recognize it the minute you see it. So here we go. Oops.
Young Bobby Engels has a problem. He needs to earn the respect of his peers. So he gets Sega Genesis, the ultimate action system. And then he buys Mortal Kombat, the arcade edition. And the all-new
Look at this kid. He's enjoying his time.
Marvel's X-Men. Now, things are pretty much okay.
I said chocolate chip. Say it. Say it.
Oh, the Sega. Sega. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Sega. That was a great little tagline that Sega did, where you just scream it.
Yeah.
Just a little scream. That's all you need.
Little kids doing that all over the place. I love that kid looked like he was, I don't know, 12. And he's playing Mortal Kombat. That was literally the first game that he plugs in.
Yeah. And he was like, ooh!
Yeah. It's like they did not give a shit.
That's who's buying the stuff. Parents.
I mean, he was definitely the target audience. The parents didn't care.
I think I've told this story before. I used to work at Toys R Us, and this was right just as Nintendo 64 was coming out, and South Park was big. And parents don't know half the time what they're buying for their kids, because I had a kid come in with his parents. He said, "This is the game I want." It was South Park. It was that it was that first person shooter game that came
The
out.
N64 one.
Yeah, and you could launch things. You egg shooter. You can launch a cow, and so it was just like the kid came up. He was about 10, if that, and the parents were getting the game, and I'm like, "Do you know what this game is about?" And she's like, "No, it just looks fun because South Park looks playful, right? That's the way the art
It's a cartoon.
is. It's a cartoon." And that was like, I said to them, "There's a weapon in here where you can launch a cow and get the kid's head stuck up the ass of the cow, and all you see is the rib cage." And I was blunt as possible to say that. The kid, I think, friggin' hated me for saying that.
I guarantee he did.
But the parents are like, "Oh, wow, we didn't know that." So I'm like, "Yeah, it's you should learn about South Park. Do a little research."
You throw snowballs, but you piss on them first.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, you throw
Yeah.
piss balls at people.
Now that kid has a personal vendetta for you for the rest of his life.
Right? He probably still remembers that.
You're on his list, man. You're on his list.
I did your favorite, kid.
Yeah.
I remember going to see
That game
South
was not
Park.
very good. Yeah, you did.
It wasn't very good. I did you a favor.
It was
I think the chef's love shack game or whatever it was. There was a second one that came out. It was better, but it wasn't much better. But I remember seeing South Park uncut in the movie theater.
Oh, me too.
And it was fine. I enjoyed it at the time. I was totally into South Park. But I remember a father and her daughter, and his daughter came in, and the daughter was maybe 9.
Holy shit!
And there's that scene where Saddam Hussein whips his dick out, and it
With
is
Satan.
It is like it's not a cartoon dick.
No,
it's a real life picture, animated.
And then lights go out, and you start hearing things.
Yes.
And
I remember one time during this movie, that's all I could think about was that little girl sitting over like a row down, 3 to the left.
Yeah.
And at one point, you hear her say, "What's a vagina?"
Dude,
What's
that
a
would have been
vagina?
funnier than the movie.
And
oh my
Dad
God.
gets up, takes a kid, they're gone. And we're just like, thank God.
That's the price you pay for being a clueless parent. Let's be honest.
It's funny. It happens.
Yeah, it's hilarious. Dude,
I remember. Sorry, go ahead.
If I could pay a dad and a 9-year-old daughter to come to every movie with me, and just at a quiet point in the movie, the daughter says, "What's a vagina?" I would gladly pay that money. That's hilarious.
I've got a 13-year-old that will probably take you up on that.
Kid, want to make $10?
No, she'd ask for 20 at least.
Yeah, but she's lived with you pretty much her whole life. I think she's already jaded, sir.
No, man, I got to tell you, little tangent, man. I have got the funniest kids. I tell you, my youngest Cleo is, she's funny.
Yeah.
And like in a dry sense of humor too. Like it's like, did you just say? Like, what is it? We watched the new House of Usher, the fall of House of Usher, and she's just watching it, and she just looks at me. And she goes, "Dad, that was fucked up." And I'm like, "So what you think of it?" She goes, "I loved it." I'm just like, yeah, I raised you right, kid. Oh, anyway, sorry, I digress.
All right,
how many more we got?
I think we got you got 2 more. I got 1 more.
Well, we're doing a weird one for this one. So spoiler alert. This one
is it the same weird one I got?
No, I don't think you're thinking of this one. But this one scarred my psyche. It's in my brain.
Oh, okay, let's see it.
I'm all in.
Not as weird as
When is too much too much? To find out, we crammed everything into Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island. 60 more levels, massive enemies, huge Yoshi tricks, all served up with the latest graphic technology, Morphmation.
Creosote.
No more. Sure you don't have room for another little bonus level? Super Mario World 2, only on the Super NES. Still the big one.
Oh, that's nasty.
It's a Nintendo console.
That's Mr. Creosote. That's pulled straight from Monty Python, but it's good.
Yes, that's exactly what it is Monty Python. But the dude is eating until he explodes, and that's an advertisement for a Super Mario game.
Like, they had some weird ads in the Nintendo Power.
Did they ever?
jar full of toenails.
Oh,
too much cocaine in the boardroom, man. Too much cocaine in the boardroom, or something.
I don't even know. That one that has stuck with me all these years. So Nintendo, my hat's off to you.
Do you guys remember the Star Wars one when they had what was it for Battlefront, where things just started happening in like apartment buildings and or was that just a fever dream where like some guy's like walking along, he's in his office and you see this big AT-AT walking down the street, and then
yes, I have seen that.
Was that for a video game or was that for Disney or Star Wars or something like that?
That was a good question. I don't know.
And then people started disappearing and then they ended up playing in the video game.
Oh, that was a Battlefront trailer.
Was that Battlefront?
Yep.
That was a fun one.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
Okay.
God, I love those games.
I found mine. I apologize. This is not my favorite one, but it's memorable for a system that really is not that memorable.
Some of you believe your system is the most advanced in the universe. Let's review the numbers. Sega Genesis is 16 bits. 3DO is 32 bits. The Atari Jaguar is 64 bits. Which is more advanced? Clifford! 16 and 32 are less than 64. So with 64 bits, 3D graphics, real-world animation, and lightning speed that you can only get with Jaguar, which is more advanced? Clifford!
Oh my God.
Can you repeat the question?
Jaguar! Jaguar! Jaguar!
Do the math. That is I think she's funny as heck, but man, oh man, that system went nowhere.
Yeah.
Yes.
The game's on that piece of junk, but it's a great commercial. It sells it. It totally sells it.
Yeah.
Which is more advanced. All right. Speechless, I guess. Nothing.
That's a video game commercial in the 90s.
Yeah.
Yep.
That exemplifies it.
Yeah.
Clifford.
Yeah.
All right, your turn, Jamie.
All
Your
right.
turn.
So if I've got one left, I'm going to give you guys a choice.
Okay.
Do you want funny and weird or epic and awesome?
Funny and weird.
Me too.
Yeah. Perfect. I've got both of them queued up, so that's fine. But I was ready. I'll give the epic and awesome one an honorable mention, and I will share the funny and weird one with you. Again, we're going back to Nintendo.
We already have Dan here, so why not
holy
more
shit,
funny and
Nintendo.
weird?
Oh, wow. Okay, I'll take that.
As Nintendo begins to take on new forms, it's important that we can measure how addictive they truly are.
I've never seen this.
Yeah. Oh, it's really jumpy on my end.
The new Game Boy Micro. Extremely portable. Extremely stylish.
Oh, dude, that guy's eyes dilated.
Yeah.
Oh, that is so good. Did you see what happened, Dan?
No.
Oh, you didn't see what happened?
No, it just it froze right at the point where they were sticking the mouse inside of it. And
Okay, do it again. Do it again.
Oh, all right. Yeah. I
Just
can
real
do
quick. Just that one section, because I don't want to say it. I want his honest reaction.
What?
So for those who can't see it, it's a little mouse going through a maze and then humping the Game Boy Micro, just humping away, going to town on that micro, finding the slot and just
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Nintendo, what the hell?
Oh.
I have one question for you, Nintendo, and that's it.
What?
It's
What
wholesome,
the hell?
folks.
Why would I want to see a mouse going to town on a Nintendo system?
That's why he covered it up with the clipboard.
Yeah, he covers it, and the clipboard is jumping.
But
I did notice that.
God damn it!
This is popping up.
Generally confused on why something like. Oh.
Yeah, that was.
Let me tell you about the birds and the bees.
Wow.
And the flowers and the trees.
Ad for
Oh,
sure.
apparently the mice in the Nintendo system too, you know.
So my honorable mention
Yes.
for epic and awesome.
Yeah.
If you want to go and watch it, it's more along the lines of the Assassin's Creed or the Witcher trailer.
Mm-hmm.
It was a live action trailer for Halo Reach.
Oh, I remember that one.
Yes.
That was a good one.
specifically for Reach. It was basically just a 3-minute Halo TV show, and it was so cool. So yeah, if you wanna look it up for yourself, it's called Halo Reach Deliver Hope.
I love that game.
It was awesome. Yeah, Reach was excellent.
Yeah, I think Halo Reach was probably one of the first games that I actually played through, like Halo games. I mean, like actually played through, and then immediately was like, oh, I like that so much, I'm gonna restart it over again. Yeah,
it's great.
Yeah, I really liked it.
The trailer's so good.
I had fun with this. I kind of dug it.
Yeah, this was
we had
fun,
the
for
slight
sure.
audio issues or whatever that we probably have edited out of both the video and the audio. If this does not make up to video, it's probably because it's copywritten and we had to pull it. But I hope you enjoyed this. I had fun with this one. Maybe we'll try another one in the future or so. It doesn't necessarily have to be video games, but I kind of like the idea of the video games one. So
it's pretty eye-opening how just bizarre some of the trailers were from that era, or just commercials.
Yeah, I know this is something we've talked
Sony
about
takes
for
a
while.
cake. Holy crap!
I didn't show you the one with the large eyes, the alien-looking
crows?
girl.
Oh yeah, I know the one.
Yeah, she's got a thick Irish
starred.
accent.
It's seared in there.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, it's so bizarre, and it's just.
Or the one
alien-
where it was like the PlayStation 21 or whatever, where it was just like a floating sphere. Like, what are you guys advertising to me?
Wow.
We didn't talk about on this show, but we did talk about off air, Jamie. The one guy who became the spokesperson for
right.
What was his name again? What was the console? I just remember
it was Sony. It was a PlayStation guy. Yeah, and for a while they had a spokesperson who was in every commercial. He was basically like, he was an actor, but they played him off like he was an employee of Sony, and he was just really funny.
I'm gonna pull up. It's Kevin Butler.
Kevin
He was
Butler.
the person.
There you go.
I think I will pull up one commercial.
Yeah, he was funny. The
There's
Gran
like
Turismo one was
compilations. Gran Turismo. Okay, let's do Gran Turismo here. Gran Turismo 5.
Yeah, and like so he was a fictional Sony exec.
Yeah.
And dude, they marched him out at E3
that
one year.
guy.
Yeah.
There goes.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
hilarious.
he was super funny.
I have to kiss goodbye to my eardrums, but thank you.
Oh, sorry. I got excited.
Okay, hang on. I'm going to pull this up here. Let's do a quick share because Kevin Butler was a great spokesperson for the product. I remember people
funny.
being upset when it wasn't on anymore.
Yeah.
So here we go.
Dear PlayStation, Gran Turismo 5 is going to be awesome.
Thanks, Mike. I knew GT5 had to be the best racing game ever. So when they said 500 cars, I said make it 1,000. When they said realistic damage was impossible, I said make it work.
Nice.
Then add NASCAR and a massive online racing community. When they said they needed the test cars back, I said...
Gran Turismo 5, rated E for everyone.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
I love he was the VP of Add More Awesome.
Yes, add more awesome. Yeah, that's the very end is burned into my brain where he says, when they need the test card back, I said, and drove away. Yeah, so good.
He was great. He was great.
He was really funny.
Yeah, he was.
Did he? I'm assuming he showed up at things like E3 presentations.
Yes. If you go on YouTube, there's a video of him at E3 2010 where he goes on stage live.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So there you go. Thanks, Dan, for joining
worries.
us on this look back at video game commercials. Where can we find you? Where can we find you?
Well, you can find me on Instagram. It's under TK92420. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah.
Jamie, where can we find you?
You can find me places. This is new to me.
Yeah.
Am I an influencer, Rob?
You're influencing me, sir.
Excellent.
To be a better
That's all that
person.
really matters. That's it. Yeah. You guys are all I need. You can find me on the New Generation X-Wing YouTube video series called Ready to Believe. It's going to be, again, we're still working on the tagline and all that stuff, but it's essentially my journey to building a movie accurate Ghostbuster costume and joining the Ghostbusters of BC.
Yeah. and that'll be coming down the pike in about a few weeks or so. We get the video and edit and all that sort of stuff. You're pretty much the host. I'm going to be there along with you, just kind of watching you do it. But
Yeah,
I'll be
you're the seasoned veteran. You're the expertise.
God, you're doomed.
To be fair, like all jokes aside, like I only thought of doing the video thing because of Outer Rim Rookie.
Oh, gosh.
I thought it was such a good idea. I want to do the same thing for Ghostbusters, mostly because like it's still a lot of work and a lot of time and effort to build the costume, and there's a club that I can join up.
Yes.
So it's really exciting to me.
Well, the Outer Rim Rookie is so influential. It gets like tens of views.
There are dozens of us.
There's dozens of views.
Mediocrity, yay!
Almost 2 dozen. Actually, the last video is on my count of 68 views, so I'm a little short of 69, which is a little. By speaking of 69, I thought Matt Troop was number 70. That was Troop number 69. Nice.
Nice.
So, as for me, Outer Rim Rookie on our YouTube channel, as you can see here. Hopefully, it made the YouTube channel. We didn't get copyright stricken. And Anil, Space Induce 73, Steve 3, Shitspackle Muppet Fart, Instagram. Please follow us on all the great things. T-shirts. I got a new Pale Rider T-shirt I made for his birthday. I liked it so much we're gonna sell the damn thing. So it's very Star Warsy. It's got his Ben Kenobi lightsaber in there. Public, and I'm trying to work on some other T-shirts for the other 2 guys as well. So Steve is becoming more difficult than I expected, but I'll talk
just like the man himself.
Just like the man himself. He's a complicated man. So other than that, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed this. Let us know what you thought of this little change in format, and we'll talk to you next time. So bye.